But you're under. Does your word not mean anything? You signed that contract.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, is $17 million not enough for you?
Yeah, he was on the last. So this would have been coming up. This would have been his last year of his his 5-year rookie deal. Welcome back, Out of Bounds Sports Podcast fans. I'm your host, Cody, and this is our co-host, Don, and we're here with episode 17 of our weekly series. 2-minute topic, for those of you who don't know, 2-minute topics. We got 5 topics for today, ranging from all sports. We got football, a little bit of UFC. That's a subscriber's recommendation, so we'll talk about that, and then some baseball as well. So, without further ado, Don, like always, how would you kick us off here for episode 17?
All right, so first topic is going to be the controversial rouge in the CFL.
Canadian football.
It happened again this week with the Saskatchewan Argonaut game, and the bitch fest begins. And like I was saying to you the other day, I don't recall in my life ever hearing anybody say before a game starts, I hope it doesn't come down to a rouge. They only bitch about it when it happens. This is why they have the rouge people. If there is a either like missed field goal or a punt that goes into the end zone, they want it returned. They don't want some guy standing there catching it, going down, okay, play over.
Plays dead.
They want them to take the ball out, or it's going to cost you a point. Now, what I would do is, I will give this to Farhan Louji, who came up with a great idea. He says, when it comes to the rouge, for the last 3 minutes of the game, tweak the rules a bit. And that is, if you miss a field goal and it can't be returned, like it happened, like it was out of bounds type thing, then there's no points. If it can be returned, then you have to get it out of the end zone. It's just a simple tweak.
And being returned would all that would mean is that it has to be within the limits, the end zone limits.
Yeah.
As soon as it's out, if it touches the outside the end zone without touching anyone else, then it's not returnable.
Yeah, and that would absolutely solve that problem.
Yeah, because you got the 3-minute warning, so it's like, okay, this is the time after this, because the play dies no matter what, or it's timeout, and then carry on.
And they have tweaked other rules for the last 3 minutes of the game. Just tweak this one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because to see a team win or lose because they couldn't, they missed the field goal, won the game. Saskatchewan lost because they couldn't return it. So,
all right,
kind of crazy. All right, big news, big free agency news in the NFL this past week. CeeDee Lamb, the star receiver on the Dallas Cowboys, finally signed his deal after holding out for the entire preseason. 4 years, $136 million, which is historical number. Which we'll break down in a sec, or which we'll explain more in a sec. But I'm just going to break down the numbers a little bit further. So this included a $38 million signing bonus and $100 million guaranteed for his 4 years of duty as the Cowboys star receiver. This would make him the second highest paid non-quarterback. Do you know the number one highest paid non-quarterback would be?
Jefferson.
Signed last year, Justin Jefferson. So he's making $36 a year, and I think CeeDee Lamb's making $34 a year.
Yeah.
So
the only problem I have with that is that he was still under contract where he's making $17 million. He then said, I want more cash, I will renegotiate. And then he sits out. But you're under... Does your word not mean anything? You signed that contract.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, is $17 million not enough for you?
Yeah, he was on the last... So this would have been coming up. This would have been his last year of his 5-year rookie deal. Jerry Jones had some comments, too, earlier in the preseason. What did he say? He said something like, holdout is not putting any pressure on us. So he was kind of like downplaying the whole situation. But, this puts the Cowboys in an interesting predicament just because... Dak's contract's coming up and Michael Parsons' contract's coming up as well.
Oh, they're going to let
two big guys, and they'll both be expecting more than $30 million. So Football, you can't have your whole payroll going to 3 players because 3 players aren't going to win you a championship. All right.
What's next?
Next is
Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei time. First of all, congratulations, Shohei, to the 40-40 club.
They're talking 50-50 maybe.
Well,
never been done, but they're saying it's possible.
He's got 30 games. He needs 9 more home runs and 10 more stolen bases. But the thing is, he did it faster than anybody else.
Yeah, that's why they're saying it.
He did it in 126 games, 21 faster than everybody else. Now, there's 6 people on this list. I say there's 3. And that's only because Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, and Alex Rodriguez all took PEDs. They owned up to it. They are never going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's an asterisk beside their name. So then for this 40-40 club, I put an asterisk beside their name. It doesn't really count because they cheated to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that there's 3 people in there, and I think he has a good chance of hitting 45 for sure, which that's also never been done before.
Yeah, right. So 45 is definitely attainable. 50-50 will be absolutely crazy if he does it. And I mean, he's got a little bit more energy this year because he's obviously not pitching.
He's not pitching.
So you're seeing his batting side really improve, like that side of the game.
Yeah,
but he was pulling numbers similar to this, like when he was pitching. And I just think this guy's crazy, man. And they're talking him and Judge, MVP. Judge is thinking about maybe getting over 63.
Yeah, but notice how every year Ohtani's in the MVP conversation.
Yeah,
every year.
He's so versatile.
Like, this guy is out of this world talent, and by far the best.
Does he play in the outfield or no? I know Judge plays center field in the outfield, and that's one of the things that's helping his cause.
I think
as well.
I think right now he's the DH.
Designated hitter.
Yeah.
Ohtani?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next. All right. So this was our first requested subject from one of our subscribers there, and it's UFC. So the next pay-per-view is coming up September 14th. I hope I got that right. And they'll be taking over the Las Vegas Sphere. Have you seen anything about the Sphere at all?
I've seen the Sphere.
Yeah, it's a state-of-the-art facility for viewership, I guess, showings, and they really make it super interactive. The way that the screen kind of wraps around, it's very catered towards everybody in the audience. I saw a whole breakdown of the video where each seat, they specified each seat has the perfect view of and sound regulations coming to them. Each seat has its own personal sound coming to it, so the experience is super immersive, super interactive. And Dana White spent up almost $20 million putting this event together, which is by far the most expensive UFC event. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, he's claiming. We saw, if we know anything about TKO Sports and WWE, is that once-in-a-lifetime doesn't mean anything, hence The Rock and John Cena 10 years ago. But they're touting this as something that's going to be absolutely insane, and it's headlined by Sugar Sean O'Malley against Merab Dvalishvili. So Merab's won 10 straight to get to this championship shot, and Sugar Sean, I think, has 2 consecutive title defense wins. So it should be a big bout, and it's also the co-headliner is the women's Tough Enough champion, or the women's championship Ultimate Fighter coaches, Shevchenko and I can't remember the other girl's name. Wrote it down, but yeah, it should be a good card. I think the experience will be great. It's not the most stacked card that we've seen, but it should be.
All right. What's the final topic, Cody?
So, more Mahomes up. More Mahomes, but this time we've got a flag football player by the name of Daryl Doucette, who's not happy with these NFL players claiming that they'll be playing for the flag football come representing USA come 2028 in the LA Olympics. So he had some comments saying, I'm better than Mahomes. And he was obviously talking about in flag football. He definitely recognized Mahomes' greatness. So if you saw that quote out of context, it's going to seem like he's a bit arrogant. But he was just, he's been playing this game for a long time. His IQ level, he claims, is a lot better. He did mention Mahomes has great accuracy and all that stuff. But I just thought it was interesting because me and Don were having this conversation, and we did a whole video on it on the Olympics and how it's not fair that some of these players do go through all the qualifying, mostly in the men's basketball, and they go through the qualifying, and then when the actual tournament comes around, then the big NBA stars get to step in and say, "All right, time to win our gold medals." So
for me, that was absolutely terrible because you had a team that played in February of 2024 who qualified to get the basketball team into the Olympic Games. And then these pros step in and say, yeah, sorry for your luck, but we're taking your spot, so screw you.
Yeah.
That is absolutely terrible to me. It should never happen. The people who earn the spot should be able to participate in that spot, not hand it over to some ass clown who's making $50 million.
Absolutely. I don't agree with the last part you said there, but they're actually in the World Championships right now for flag football, and they've won their first two games handedly, 57-25 over Spain and 52-6 over Brazil. So these guys aren't playing around. They're just as good at their sport as the NFL players are at theirs. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen in 4 years when the Olympics roll around and how they're going to choose that team. But I'd love to see even maybe Daryl Doucette throw in a Tyreek Hill, maybe a collaboration. But
all right, we're way over.
We're way over.
Time to stop.
All right, that's it for today, guys. Like we said, our third topic was recommended by one of our subscribers. So if there's anyone there that wants to hear anything else from us, we're open to it. We'll do our research. We'll look into it, and we'll talk about it. So what you want, we got. And this has been another great episode. If you liked it, make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe. We're 3 away from the 50 mark. By the time this video comes out, we might even surpass the 50 mark. Next goal is 100, and then 1,000, and then you know where we go from there. So, thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week for episode 18.
See you later.